So this was not a video I was planning to make, but it's a video I needed to make. I want to start out by saying I do not want to be the YouTube channel, the service dog handler, the dog trainer, or just even the person that you guys look at and think perfection. I don't want to be that person that you guys look at and say, oh, I wish that I could be a trainer like her, or I wish my dog was like Macintosh. Because I post, along with a lot of other people, I post the success stories. I post the good videos. I post the successful times. I post Macintosh's best moments. And I don't post the bloopers. I don't tell you guys the bad stories or the off days. So today, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. It actually just happened this morning of a time when Macintosh was having an off day. So that you guys can see that I'm not perfect, he is not perfect, and nobody's perfect, not even a service dog. I know for me personally, there are several teams that I look up to, and sometimes I think to myself, man, I wish that Macintosh could do that, or man, I wish Macintosh was that way, or man, I wish I was that good of a trainer. Even I think that, and I don't want to be that person that you guys think that about. I don't want you guys to think poorly of your dogs when you look at Macintosh and feel badly about their progress. I don't want you guys to DM me on Instagram anymore just saying that you wish you were a trainer like me. Like, I don't want you guys to see that. I want you guys to see me. I want to be real with everyone. I'm not trying to be fake on social media. I'm not trying to be someone that I'm not. So I want to be real with you guys. So here's a real story that happened this morning. Every single week I go to church. Obviously Macintosh goes too. He's been going since basically I got him. It was actually his first PA outing, and he's been going ever since I can remember. My church is quite large. It's one of the largest in my city, and it's loud. The worship is very loud. It's like a concert, and he's always done phenomenal. He's always slept right through the worship, slept right through the sermon. He's always focused on me, and he normally does great. But today, that was not the case. We walk in just like every other Sunday morning, and we go to our seats where we sit every Sunday. And for some reason, Macintosh was just not wanting to pay attention. He didn't want to listen to me, he didn't want to look at me, he wanted nothing to do with me. Believe it or not, my service dog didn't want anything to do with me. He wasn't wanting to settle. He kept fidgeting, he kept moving, he kept sniffing my parents that were sitting next to me. He kept trying to pick up little things off the ground. Like, he was just acting horrible. And he was just, no matter what I did, no matter what I said, no matter what I asked of him, he would not do it. He wouldn't even give me eye contact for a split second. Like, that was how off he was this morning. And he's never had an off day like this before. So I finally get him to do an under and get him to settle and control himself a little bit. Luckily for me, I sit in the very top balcony in the very back, so I'm not a distraction to anybody just in case days like this happen. So he still was just not acting like himself, but I finally got him, like I said, to do an under, and he somewhat settled. And then all of a sudden he began to whine. Once again, something Macintosh rarely does, 99% of the time. He began whining for no reason. He didn't have to go to the bathroom. I let him go to the bathroom before. He was fed. I did nothing out of the usual. He was just having an off day. And so often, and I am guilty of this, like, I'm raising my hand over here, I am so guilty of this. We as dog trainers, and especially we as service dog handlers, put this high expectation on our service dogs or our service dogs in training. Macintosh is 8 months old, people. He's 8 months old. He's a puppy. And I treat him, or I expect stuff out of him that a lot of people, a lot of trainers expect out of their 2-year-olds. I have, and I have no problem admitting, I have a high expectation for McIntosh. As a service dog, I believe it is we should have a high expectation for our service dogs because they are in a public setting and because they have such an important job. And McIntosh is very good about rising to that high standard that I have set for him. But there are the days, like today, where he doesn't. And it's a very, very good reminder for me that he's a dog. And then not only is he a dog, he's a puppy. So I just want you guys to be encouraged by this. I don't want you guys, like I said, I want you guys to see me. I want you guys to see McIntosh. I don't want you guys to just see the stuff that I post on his Instagram, see the awesome videos and the awesome stuff that he knows. He is awesome. He's an awesome 8-month-old, and I am extremely proud of him, and I'm proud of myself for training him with all the obedience things that he knows, and I'm very proud of us as a team. I don't want you guys to think that I'm not proud of him or that I don't love him, but I just want you guys to hear this story so that you know that days like this happen. They don't happen very often, thankfully, but they happen, and it gets me down, and it gets you down. If you're a service dog handler and you're watching this, I'm sure you are sitting there nodding your head at this, because we all can relate to this at one point or another. And it sucks, but like my mom always tells me, she knows when I get frustrated at McIntosh, and I try my very best not to let him know that I'm frustrated, but you know, dogs can sense that kind of stuff, so I try not to take it out on him, and I try to just breathe, but there's those times when I'm very visually frustrated and I'm tired of having to deal with some things with him. And my mom reminded me today, and it was a much needed reminder, he is a dog, he is a puppy, just like I am a human. I'm human, which means I make mistakes. He's a dog, which means he makes mistakes. Not only is he a dog, but he's a puppy. Not only am I a human, but I'm a teenager, so I'm especially gonna make mistakes. Me and McIntosh are very similar in a lot of ways. And I am reminded of that today. And I want this to be a reminder for you guys. If your dog just had an off day, or if your service dog is going through a rough patch right now, McIntosh is going through a rough patch right now in life. He's in that weird stage to where he's a teenager, but he's trying to be an adult, and a lot of hormones are going crazy, and he's doing stuff and acting ways that he's never acted before, and I'm just having to train through it and keep going, push through. And it sucks. So if your dog is going through that kind of a stage, or if you just recently had a bad week with him or a bad day, be encouraged. You're not alone. I am here, and I will talk to you guys about it anytime. You can just hit me up in the DMs. I relate so much, and today was a great reminder of that. But long story short, we made it through church. I didn't give up. I wasn't going to just give up on him. He finished. We made it through. He started doing a little better towards the end, and we came straight home. I was convinced that I was not going to end on a bad note, so I came home. I still had him vested. I came to where I normally train at, which is here. I have this huge area. My parents work and live at a children's home where they're foster parents, and so we have access to a lot of buildings. So I came here to the gym where I normally train him, and I kept his vest on him. I got more treats, I got my clicker, and we had a fun, I made sure it was fun, we had a fun training session, and we ended on a good note. It was short, it was sweet, and it was fun. Then I immediately took his vest off, and we had a huge playtime. So all in all, it was not a good morning, but we ended on a good note. So McIntosh is all good. He's all good, and I still love him, obviously, and he still loves me. We made it through. But just be encouraged by this, and I'm always here if you guys need anything, and I hope that this let you see that I'm real, and I don't want to be fake to you guys. I don't want you guys to look at me like I'm perfect or like McIntosh is perfect, because we're not. So yeah, thanks for watching this, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.